up again. Good. Turn the knees. Float. Go through vinyasa. Downward dog. That knee over to the opposite elbow. Make sure the shoulders are over the wrists. Hold that for a moment. You can straighten the leg like Hot Shot Teddy back there. Good. Foot goes back up. Right foot goes up. And over right knee, right elbow. And straighten the leg. Right head. Good. Leg goes all the way up. And now swing it through. Turn the back foot down. Here comes the sweat. One. And hold. Now warrior 3, you can bend that front knee a little bit if you need to. You're trying to raise that back heel as high as you can. Try and keep that back leg straight. You can sweep your arms behind you. Any 3 of you want to volunteer for that one? Showing a win. So you did it first. Good. Now arms out to the side, reaching out in both directions, opposite directions. From here, everybody, you're going to just float that right hand down into half moon pose. Keep your eyes on the floor at first. If you want to start to look up, that's great. But as you can see here, head leg is parallel to the floor. The hip is open. That right fingertip is on the floor, and the other hand is reaching up skyward. Chest is open. That is huge. If you need a yoga block like this, you've got a little crunches. Are you ready? So you're going to bend both those knees down for 1. Back up you go. Down for 2. Can you get your forehead right to your knee? And up. 1. Again. Up. There's 3. Good. Here's 4. Contract it all. Leg out. Bring it in. Little headstand. Back to green. So back to squat for me. So Sean is hanging out nicely. Toes on the floor. Now, warrior 1 first. Open up warrior 2. Now you see the foot adjustment here between warrior 1 and 2. Warrior 1's there. Warrior 2. And straight. So it's kind of a bicycle meets Pfeiffer scissor twist. Got it. So extend the elbow far away, straighten the leg, bring it in bent, then straighten into the air, and drop it down straight as the other one comes in bent. Then straighten that. If you can make contact, elbow to knee, great. If you can't, don't worry about it. I'm going to be here for a minute. I don't want you to go outside of the thigh. Pull it over. Arm goes out. Look to your left. Shoulders down, knee down. Missy's done here, I kind of like her. She's giving herself a target. I don't know if this is on purpose or not. But she's got her yoga block here, so she has contact on something. That way the shoulder opens up now.
What's up, everyone? I'm back to talk about X2 Yoga from P90X2. And so, basically, in reference to Yoga X, the original, I actually really enjoy this routine. And the reason why I bring up the old one is because you can't talk about X2 Yoga without asking yourself, how does it compare to the original old Yoga X? Now, in my honest opinion, I feel like X2 Yoga is actually easier than the original. And I feel like a lot of people can agree with me because it's not an hour and a half, and you're not doing a really hard ab or core sequence towards the end, and you're not doing as many vinyasas where it can get very repetitive. So basically, in reference to the original, I will say that I am one of the few people who actually enjoys the original Yoga X, which I can understand why people would not enjoy it at all. It's very long and it's very repetitive. With that said, X2 Yoga, I feel that this gets down to the basics and you're actually doing much easier sequences. Like say for example, for warming up, you're not doing those brutal hamstring stretches before you get going in the vinyasas. Because the first time I did Yoga X, I was like, God, my hamstrings are burning like crazy from these 30-second holds for the hamstring stretching. There's only one sequence where you're doing hamstring stretches in X2 Yoga. It's towards the end, where you're basically doing like a forward fold where you're kind of bringing both legs out and you're putting your hands around your feet. You can intensify it by using a yoga block. However, I will say that there are a lot of people out there that, again, probably skip yoga. So let me be very clear. It is very important that you do not skip yoga. It's the very first thing Tony says. He says, don't skip this workout. It is very, very important. You know, it's great to have big guns and biceps and triceps and chest muscles. However, when you're not doing yoga, you're not letting your body rest, heal from those intense exercises that you're doing previously in the week, or even later in the week. So, with that said, my number one tip for this workout, it's don't try to be perfect. Don't be caught up in trying to do the greatest half moon that you can possibly do. Don't do an incredibly good looking Warrior 3. Yes, for a lot of these workouts, you're really going to want to pay attention to your form on a lot of the moves that you're doing, say like in balance and power and X2 core. However, with X2 yoga, I would say form is not king. You don't need to be perfect. So Tony just says, enjoy the journey. Just don't get caught up in being perfect. So that's my number one tip. Don't be perfect. You don't have to be. This is yoga. People struggle with yoga. I myself, I would say I'm like slightly above average, just because I can do some of the bridge like into wheel, or I can even also do the crunch raises pretty well. I have pretty good flexibility. However, there are a lot of people out there who are not very flexible. So I understand, just practice and you can get better at it. So I'm going to rate this routine a solid 10 out of 10. This is a very good routine. Personally, I enjoy this much more than Yoga X from the original. And yeah, pretty much it. So 10 out of 10 solid rating. I really enjoy this routine. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys later.